I want to start this video by being honest. The gameplay you're watching right now, it wasn't even a good match. I loaded into an Alcatraz lobby that had a full squad, but once the game actually started, there were only 3 of us. And then, one by one, the other 2 dropped out. So I was left alone. Solo. 42 kills. In Call of Duty Mobile, that looks impressive. It looks like dominance. It looks like control. But the truth is, those 42 kills don't mean anything. Because while I'm here stacking numbers in a mobile war game, real people are losing their lives in real streets. And that disconnect, that contrast, is what I need to talk about. For the past weeks, Iran has been shaken by massive protests. Not armed groups, not militias, not fighters. Regular people, students, workers, women, families. People going into the streets unarmed, asking for basic dignity, basic rights, and a future that doesn't feel like a prison. And what they've been met with is violence. Security forces, especially the IRGC, have responded with live ammunition, mass arrests, beatings, and fear. People have been shot in the streets. Injured protesters have been taken directly from hospitals into detention. Entire neighborhoods have been turned into silent zones. Tens of thousands have died in the streets of Iran. Innocent people, unarmed people, people who didn't come to fight, only to be heard. And when the internet gets shut down, when phone lines go dead, people don't even know if their loved ones are alive. That kind of fear doesn't show up in headlines. It stays in your chest. I need to say something personal here. I have a lot of friends in Iran, people I care about deeply. Since the beginning of all this, I've been truly worried about them every single day. In the past couple of days, since the internet was partially turned back on, I've heard from some of them, and I can't even describe the relief of knowing they're alive. But there are others, friends I still haven't heard from yet. And I don't know if they're okay. I don't know if they're hiding. I don't know if they're injured. I don't know if they're even still alive. And that kind of not knowing changes you. And here's the part that really messes with me. We're all here playing Call of Duty Mobile, a war game. We drop into BR, we fight squads, we respawn, we queue again. It's violence, but it's fake. It's pixels. It's entertainment. There are no funerals after a bad push, no mothers waiting for a body that never comes home, no families forced to lie about how someone died just to survive. In Call of Duty Mobile, death is temporary. In Iran, there is no respawn. While we're arguing about metas and loadouts, people are running from real bullets, not kill streaks. And sometimes that contrast makes gaming feel hollow. A lot of us come to this game to disconnect. We log into Call of Duty Mobile to escape the real world for a bit, to turn our brains off, to do something meaningless on purpose, something without consequences or fear. And I understand that. I do it too. But I can't help making the connection. Maybe it's because I'm a woman. Maybe it's because I come from a military background. Maybe it's because I've seen what real conflict looks like outside a screen. When I play this game, I don't just see pixels. I see the difference between virtual violence and real violence. I see how clean the game makes it look and how brutal it really is. And that's why this contrast hits me so hard. Because for me, this isn't just a game I'm escaping into. It's a reminder of how privileged it is to be able to escape. Now, let's talk about women. Because if there's one group paying a brutal price right now, it's women who dare to exist freely. In Iran, women are told how to dress, how visible they're allowed to be, how much freedom they're permitted to have. The headscarf isn't a choice, it's enforced by law, by intimidation, by violence. And when women protest this peacefully, When they walk, speak, or stand unarmed, they're beaten, arrested, or killed. Not because they hurt anyone, but because they refused to obey. One of those women was Diana Bahadour, 19 years old, a biker, a creator, a young woman who loved freedom enough to live it openly. She didn't carry a weapon. She didn't attack anyone. She went into the streets to protest, peacefully, and she never came back. Her life was taken for daring to exist loudly. And suddenly, this gameplay becomes uncomfortable to watch, because these 42 kills, they're fake, but Diana's death isn't. I've tried to stay quiet for a long time. I've tried to keep things light, positive, focused on gaming, but I can't stay silent anymore, not about what's happening in the world, not when people I love are living in fear, not when women are being killed for asking to be free, not when silence feels like complicity. I'm not saying this to make anyone feel guilty for enjoying a game. Gaming is freedom too. Creating is freedom. Expression matters. That's the point. Because the freedom to play, to upload, to speak, to exist online is something a lot of us take for granted. And when creators from certain countries suddenly go silent, it's not always burnout, it's not laziness, it's not drama. Sometimes it's because the internet was cut. Sometimes it's because speaking became dangerous. And sometimes it's because surviving came first. This is why some Call of Duty mobile creators stop uploading, not because they stopped loving the game, but because real life became more dangerous than any lobby we've ever dropped into. And while we're here grinding rank, there are people who don't even have the right to speak. So if this video feels heavier than usual, good, it should. Because behind every quiet upload gap, behind every censored sentence, there's a real human story. Sometimes there's a name, sometimes there isn't. Diana deserved better, and so do the tens of thousands of innocent people who lost their lives in the streets of Iran. And the least we can do, the absolute least, is not forget them.